If you are not undeniably great at what you do, then job hopping is the only way you will see significant salary growth in the short term.
Welcome to the Impactful Engineer Project. I'm Steve Maxey, and with my co-host and brother Jake, we are here to bring you guidance, fresh ideas, and the tools to help you become an impactful engineer.
Welcome to the Impactful Engineer. Our mission is to help you grow your engineering career and inspire you to pursue your full potential as not only as an engineering professional, but as a member of your greater community. I'm Steve Maxey, and I'm an engineering manager in new product development for Klein Tools, a large professional hand tool manufacturer. My brother Jake is a professional engineer for Hallam ICS, a company that provides multiple engineering services, including mechanical, electrical, and process design for the built environment. So I'm here by myself. Jake is out, but I will do a little bit of housekeeping. So this podcast does have a few episode types. Our standard one is when Jake and I present a topic and we introduce the why and how around that topic and give some tips to get the conversation going and inspire some action. We also do about once a month, we'll have some guests on that is a long format episode. It's typically about an hour or so. And then we dive into their perspectives, their mindsets, and gain some actionable tips around their area of genius. And today is a quick solo episode. So we haven't done one of these in a while. And these are really short, only maybe 5 minutes or so. And they really dive down into a single point where we like to share an idea to get you to critically think about growing your career. So with that said, I do want to also go into if you do learn something today or you think someone else really needs to hear what we have to say, please share the show. It's the best way that we can grow this podcast and continue to create value and impact for this engineering community. And lastly, if you do have any questions or you want us to talk about something, feel free to reach out to us at LinkedIn under our names. Or send us an email at questions@impactfulengineer.com. Okay, so last week I posted on LinkedIn about finding your ideal company as an engineer. And someone commented about how you want to be running to a place where you want to be for years and not just for a year. And that really got me thinking about the topic of job hopping, specifically to get your next big raise, right? So I see this often. I've seen engineers leave because they're not getting that raise or the promotion that they feel that they deserve. And more often than not, I actually see 3 to 5 year experienced engineers applying for my open roles with just as many different organizations listed under their experience. So 1 to 2 years of experience for each job. And before I dive into this, I really want to make a bold statement, and then I'll follow up with some context. And that is, if you are not undeniably great at what you do, then job hopping is the only way you will see significant salary growth in the short term. But you will struggle to find success in the long term. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's say you started your current job as a new grad engineer, and you started at the same time as another new grad engineer, right? So on equal playing fields. Now you're 2 years in, and the other engineer gets that big promotion or that big raise. And while you may be happy for your teammate, you may have a lot of other emotions come in, right? Anger, resentment, frustration, jealousy, uncertainty, etc. And you may start looking for another job out of those emotions, feeling that there's just no opportunity for you. So before you do, I need you to ask yourself, what did they do differently than me? What can I learn from their success? And am I truly great in my current role? Then you need to ask your manager those same questions, followed by what do I need to do to achieve that same promotion or raise? So after doing that, take in what they say, even if you don't initially agree, and thank them and just think on it, like move on. Don't offer any sort of rebuttal. And if you find that there is a gap of where you are now and the skills needed to get to where you want to go, then you need to lean into your development rather than just moving on. Right? So reach out to your mentors, your company leaders, and especially other engineers who are where you want to be and ask for their guidance. Lean into pursuing that excellence that will drive your growth and ultimately those salary raises and promotions. Now, with that said, if you are undeniably great at what you do and there are truly no growth opportunities in your company, then yes, you may want to consider moving on. But I'll tell you this is not the majority of situations. And I also need you to consider if you are not great in your current role and you take on that new opportunity, you can inadvertently promote yourself out of your competency when you job hop. So you need to make sure that you have the base skills and mindset to be able to handle that higher level role, or you'll end up struggling to gain the foundational experience needed to be great. You could end up in turmoil, suffering your way through, being stuck for years, and burning yourself out. So I need you to do a self-assessment of your skills, your hustle, your impact you're making on your company, and then decide, do you need to move on, or do you need to elevate yourself to be truly great and find your ultimate success?